That's me.
We're just
1
gonna
over.
run through all the ADPL black-white replays. We'll start with my one versus Rodrigo.
Just call him that, yeah.
Yeah, so on my team, I think one of the good parts of this team is you sort of can hide it from team preview. Like, what would you say, monai, if you saw this team without actually knowing the pace like you do?
I see a Keldeo, and I know it's like it's gonna be like more offensive. Like at least the Jellicent is gonna be like fast, either Citrus or E button or something like that, or Balloon. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily imply like hard offense.
Nah.
Like hard HO.
I guess the double water, double psychic, you're like, it's not the strongest defensive backbone.
Well, it's gonna be fast paced, but it can kind of hide that it's like straight HO.
Yeah,
I think it's fair.
Because I think you could run this without it being lead cussed up Scum, which it is.
And it'd be okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, lead Scum. We got a funky tar set, which I'll go into later. We got CM 3-attack Piappa Berry Keldeo. We got Citrus Jelly, like monai said, with Curse Body, which I know some people don't like, but it's pretty much like...
You're fucked for that. Imagine switching in Jellicent and getting Scald Burned. That's not alright.
Yeah, but this team handles opposing Kelds alright, which is the main justification. Well, it handles Rain as well alright, with both Keldeo and then the 2 Psychics to abuse it. And the main reason on top of that is just a fish for Curse Body disables on Starmie. So yeah, it's a bit YOLO, is what it is. Standard Zam, and then the laddie is Colbur Raw. I think Raw is nice versus all the HO and racks up spikes damage. And then Rodrigo's team, I'll let you do it, monai.
Right. It's a mostly standard Rain. It's a 6 that I believe Finch has used earlier in SPL. Nothing too crazy. It's going to be one of either Scarf Mamo, Scarf Lottie, just because you need that kind of speed control in Rain. I don't know. Standard Tenna, nothing insane. Standard Poly, likely. Some people like running offensive Polytoad. And some sort of setup Thundy, either agility or sub, just from looking at it. But besides that, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, when I loaded up to play this, my immediate thought was it's probably going to be Scarf Mamo, just based on the meta trends.
Yeah, that's what Finch used on his set, but you could definitely make that like Chopple or Never Meldice or even like Life Orb, and it could be Scarf Lottie. I think it would work great too there.
Some would argue better, but anyway. So yeah, we'll start the game. Oh, left the music on. Okay, there we go. So we got Scum versus Thundy. Obviously, Rodrigo realizing that it's going to be lead Scum. Would you lead the same? Would you go Thundy 10-1?
I don't see a reason not to. If your Polytoad is like offensive, if your Polytoad can guarantee the 2-hit KO, then you can do that too. I think that's fine.
Yeah. I generally... I don't know, I don't like the turn after, I guess. Like once you kill Scum and having a Thundy in without Rain.
I think hard going Tenna. No, because you don't want Scarm. I mean, or you don't want Spike. I don't know. I think denying Spike off the bat is fine.
Yeah.
You don't like it.
I mean, for
that reason, I think you just lead Polytoad.
Yeah,
like,
that's usually what I do.
You lead Polytoad and then quick Scald and then go Tenna normally. I mean, I think it's fine. You want to risk the 30 to deny Spike.
Yeah. So yeah, HP Ice to avoid putting into Cussap range. and then Thunder to kill. I Brave Birded the second turn, and it's it's not really a big deal, but in case he's subbed, I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm pretty sure I clicked Brave Bird, yeah. Yeah,
no reason
because
not to.
yeah, I mean you can I guess if he misses Thunder, you get the spike, but I don't know.
I think you can't really let anything eat the hit. I think Raybird's fine. You don't really need the spike. I don't know, spike.
Doesn't really matter that much anyway. So yeah,
I think Raybird was fine.
After I go Lottie into the double, predicting Ferrothorn, I believe.
Get it? Reveals leftovers.
Yeah, so it's not Lom. From there, just Secret Sword it. Just try and get as much damage on the steel for the 2 psychics. Yeah, as he doubles to Lottie on killed, which is smart.
Lottie was a good play. I think he wants to keep it. He wants to keep it alive for check Latios. So I think that's solid.
Yeah.
Nothing too much. He goes Latios on the Secret Sword.
And then here he doubles back to Pharaoh as I Secret Sword again. So this is something I was found out on ladder with this team. You just play hella aggro with the Keld into Lati. You always live a Scarf. Unless it's specs, you live. So avoiding him not wanting to get the trap, you just double Secret Sword for the tempo.
You don't want to try and keep it out of Ice Shard range?
The Keld?
Yeah.
Well, I also have Jet, so if it comes down to that.
Alright.
I don't know, it's obviously risky, but it's all about keeping the tempo.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So,
which pays off in this game, luckily.
you don't think T-Tar was a reliable... it's great to keep the tempo, but don't you think that T-Tar would cover both the Ferrothorn and the Lottie stand?
Well, it's not necessarily he's going Pharaoh. He could have easily gone like Toad.
But then you keep sand.
What? Yeah, but then I'm down in tempo because
then you have to switch out. Yeah, I can respect the play.
Yeah.
Right, move on.
Because even if I go Lardy on the Toad on the Scald or Toxic, getting a burnt Lardy here would suck into Sub Thundy.
And then you have to eat all the residual and then protect all that garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
So, keeps your pieces healthy.
It's just trying to keep it with such a balls to the wall team. You just want to keep the pressure on as much as possible. So yeah, I get that right. I keep Secret Sorting. Obviously trying to hide a choice item. He brings in Tenta, in which case I go Jelly, catch the Toxic. Which is all pretty standard lines for these teams. Protect on Nightshade. He says I don't have lefties.
He's completely forcing the Jealous, and that's what makes a Toxic play just so easy to make, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Good to keep pressure on that rain check, too. So. It's
also, this team doesn't have a Toxic switch in besides Zam, which obviously is risky. So he brings in Toad on the Nightshade.
I actually really like the next play where he just hard goes Tentacruel on the Latios.
It's a pretty heads up double.
It kind of forces the immediate Draco, which I guess isn't great to stomach, but you can sack Ferrothorn and get your kill.
I'll just go Jelly again. I'm happy taking Jelly damage. Goes Thundy on the recover, which is again smart. He gets a sub here, which he doesn't actually sub, so it's that leads you to think it's agility. I think that's pretty safe to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets the para on Luddy, which is nice for him. Goes Pharaoh again, catches the Draco. I go Keld. Go back to Secret Sorting. Just because I'm Hydra on this team, not Surf, so even though the Rain Booster does much, I just want to keep getting consistent damage. T-Tar on Tenta this time, which he gets right with rapid spinning. This is not a big deal. At least I get the Tenta dead for killed at this point. With half health Luddy, the only thing left checking it. It's looking pretty decent for me. What do you think about that trade?
I think it's solid for you. If you're playing for the Keld endgame, then considering how low Latios is, you can definitely just go for it. Nothing else can take a hit really at this stage.
Yeah. Do you think he sort of threw away his Tenta a bit? Or is it worth for his game plan?
I think he wants to keep Thunders healthy so it can take that one hit, like eating a... Because Thunders at full health can eat that Latios Draco Meteor, for example. Going Polytoad after the T-Tar traps. What do you want to do?
Yeah, okay, so next turn I go Jelly, as I said, and this is where it gets scolded.
Yeah, that's where it gets scolded. Okay, yeah. There.
And now he sees both my item and my ability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not shading because I don't want that Thunderous to come in. I don't care about Jelly at this point.
He wants Toad healthy. Check Latios too.
Yeah, so at 61, let me double check, but that's Zam range?
Psychic against the offensive set, I think.
It's not quite... Nah. So with another round of lefties, he'll be out.
Yep. Doesn't it die to ice? It dies to ice.
55 to 65 I got on the agility set.
Oh god, on standard agility. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at the 4 attacks offensive.
Oh, yep.
Which is less speed F standard.
So yeah, he just thunders. I'm forced
Let
to
it
go Lottie. Oh no, sorry, I go Keld because Hydro Pump in rain kills.
Mm-hmm. Sack Pharaoh.
Sax Pharaoh.
Right move.
Goes Lottie. I go my Lottie as a sack to get a clean trap.
Now Keldio's really opened up though. That's really tough.
Yeah, which was the
yeah, that's it, yeah.
the idea. So here I see his Colbert, which confirms Scarf Mamo. So this turn, which was the crit Dark Pulse. So this sort of...
The controversial turn, yes.
Yeah. Even though there was a parried Lottie, but anyway. So this turn without the crit, we'll just try and run through. Oh, actually, no, we'll just finish the game first. So,
yeah.
I got Keldeo. He's on 16. So this is pure greed by me. The Calm Mind. I had Aquajet. At this point, I calced it and I didn't confirm a kill with Secret Sword against Mamo.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously...
So you just wanted to avoid the Hydro Pump miss?
Yeah, exactly. But obviously I had Aquajet as my last move, so it was sort of stupid in case I got encored. But anyway, it paid off.
Well, I think I'll watch the game. Okay, we'll finish it first.
And then I have to risk a hydro pump. It lands.
Force it.
And then, as we see, Scarf doesn't kill. Secret Sword kills.
Scarf doesn't kill. Yep. I feel that game always did come down to luck though, because like the reverse of what happens is that Polytoad doesn't get crit, right? You go Zam, kill something off, and then you're just forced to hit 2 Hydro Pumps anyways, and if you miss that, then that's the other complaint.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't see how he can guarantee win with even like without the crit.
And it's still a 20% roll in your favor, because he has to go his own Scarf Mammoth and click Icicle Shard and get a 3 roll. So that's its own 20% chance. So you're both just losing on 20% chances.
Plus I have the chance to flinch.
Neither do you miss.
I have the flinch with Pulse as well.
With, I mean, it's like, the way that endgame was going to happen, there's so many instances of luck between crits, low rolls, misses, flinches, that it could have gone poorly regardless, I feel.
Yeah, I'd like to say I had higher odds at this stage, but it might be closer to a 50-50 to be honest.
I genuinely think it's somewhere along those odds between flinch chance, crit chance, and hitting 2 Hydros, low Icicle Spear roll. Like, it's just so much garbage in the last few turns. This tier sucks.
Yeah. Because I have to go Zam to kill.
Yeah, you go Zam.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, well, it's not doing anything else. So. Yeah. Call it a 50-50 at the end there.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Let's say I got lucky. I'm happy with that. Even though the lady got parried. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So this game we got sort of a... I'd call it an older looking Sand team. What would you say?
You don't see... I kind of agree with that. You don't
it's
see
out of fashion.
You don't see Excadrill, Jellicent, Ferrothorn Sand very often anymore.
Yeah, usually when you see a Zam, they just go hard in on Magic Guard, not taking spikes.
It's very Cloister weak nowadays is the issue, but it still carries a lot of great traits, like spinning for Ferrothorn.
Pretty good versus Rain. Not great into Mamo, but if it's a bulkier jelly, can take it.
They tend to be pretty fast nowadays, very low bulk. Do you mean versus Mamoswine?
Yeah, versus Mamo, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, Mamoswine's always going to be hard to switch into if it clicks the right move. Like, if it's rocks, and if there's rocks and it double EQs, I'm pretty sure Jellicent dies anyways.
Yeah.
Unless it has Citrus or Balloon.
Well, I guess this is where you go Jolly Drill to guarantee outspeed Mamo.
Yeah. One of those kinds of teams. Has other nice traits too. Kieran Black.
On the other side, we got another Rain team.
Kind of just similar to the last one, Keldeo over Latios. Helps in some ways, hurts in others. Makes you slightly more reliable against things like Volcarona and Cloister.
But weaker versus dragons.
Weaker versus dragons. Weaker versus Thunderous.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That actually does potentially suggest a Choppleberry on Mamoswine, because Choppleberry Mamoswine is very good at checking Thunderous Therian in that short term.
This one, yeah, I'd be thinking it's Scarf Keld.
Yeah, some sort of Scarf Keld, Chopple, Mamoswine would make sense. Either that or just outplay, I guess.
This one could even be 2 spikes, Tenta.
What makes you think it's T-Specs?
Actually, no. You want toxic for jelly.
It also pressures Jellicent really well for Mammoth Swine, which is really nice for it.
Yeah.
Has to think a lot less when it clicks its ice move.
Yeah, alright. We'll start it. Okay, so I'm the sand team, you're the rain team, as per normal. What do you lead? This is a tough lead, I'm gonna be honest.
For you?
Yeah. I think you just have to do Pharaoh.
Pharaoh's easy. I think Pharaoh or even Exca is legitimately pretty good. Jellicent usually leads pretty well into rain too.
Yeah, but it's just
you can't lead Jellicent actually. Thunder Starion leads too easy. I would lead Thunder Starion off the rip just for that reason.
Yeah.
It has it, yeah. Thunderous looks good into like if you get it for free, it looks good for anything that that Lulu goes into. I know they don't run sub anymore, do they? On Thunderous?
They do.
Well, they do.
It's become less common.
I think this would be sub this team. If I built it.
Yeah, it looks like from that composition I feel like it could be sub. Could also be 3 attacks or something.
I don't remember the game, so I honestly don't know.
Alright, let's go first turn. A T-Tar lead into a Thunderous
T-Tar lead denies Thundy. Thundy T lead makes complete sense. So
very
T-Tar
smart.
Is lead. Good. Very heads up, so you aren't falling immediately behind. Especially if you have a rock move, that's a good play.
Yeah. And also, I'm guessing Fire Blast for Pharaoh.
Yeah, and
on that T-Tar team?
Yeah.
Really hitting Scar man.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You might want T-Wave. I think you want T-Wave.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
T-Wave for the various HO garbage.
So just crunches, which is smart.
Crunch.
It's fine. You still get good chip.
Switch is a good move.
Then we get the Pharaoh on Pharaoh. Pretty standard. Always knock turn 1 in the mirror. Both do
Shed
it.
Shell, interesting.
What was it? Shed Shell,
It was Shed Shell.
So that's just a dirty fish first, like drag mag, which I guess is fair because you don't. I was thinking about this the other day actually, especially on a team like this, you don't have the Lardy to revenge kill a lot of dragons. So
That's true. That's a good point.
It's kind of like heads up.
In this, might be Gyro Pharaoh for that reason too.
Yeah, and in these rain mirrors, you're always just going to get knocked by other pharaohs. So
That's true.
As we always say, Pharaoh's item doesn't matter that much. Even versus like the Gliska Sands, you're gonna still get knocked by a Glisk when it runs knock. Yeah, so it gets the Glisk in on the Focus Blast. Not seeing a sub from Thundy, so I'm guessing it's not.
I'm
a
assuming
sub.
it might not have it because sub
Draws
would
the HPS.
go for.
So yeah, Lulu gets that sequence right, which is pretty risky, but well done to him. Yeah, I don't know. You kind of got to. Yeah, I think you got to call out the Glisk is doubling out on Thunderous. I think that's pretty. It's an easy, safe one just to click Focus Blast again. What do you think?
Yeah, because like, what's the Glisk score realistically gonna do to you?
At best, Ice Fangs or like Toxic, I guess, but it's
Toxic
too
makes sense,
risky
but I
for
don't see a lot of
Blissful,
Ice Fang
probably.
on Black Glisk. But like,
The
my
SD sets will run.
Well, this
Ice Fang
one's
a
not
lot.
rocks, so yeah, it can be
It's
either
not rocks,
Facade
but
or Ice Fang,
probably-
or
it's
some
probably
like.
SD or some Toxic set maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's likely without Magnezone support. So you could probably assume Ice Fang. Regardless, Thunderous Therian can eat one, and its health. Obviously, health is important, but letting in Thunderous, or letting in Tyranitar get its sand and threaten out Thunderous is pretty bad.
Yeah. So again, doesn't Pursuit, just crunches. Keld comes in this
Crunches.
time instead of Politoed, wanting to save health. Doubles to Pharaoh.
Keldeo reveals leftovers, which likely means a calm mine set that's common. Some sort of a bulky, or not bulky calm mine, but like either sub CM or just CM.
Also
Yeah, makes
means
sense.
Scarf Mamo is looking likely. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
looking
you could
mandatory,
run a
honestly.
protect Keldeo with T spikes again, but
That's true.
yeah,
A little more fringe, but definitely possible.
goes drill on the Pharaoh. Kind of risky. What do you think about that?
You mean EQing?
Nah, going drill on Ferrothorn.
He needs his rocks.
Mm.
Do you think? You could have won your own Ferrothorn and got more spikes too, though.
Well, I guess because now the Mamo sweep is like pretty risky. I was thinking, and while drill doesn't check it in the same way, you can still click protect, and then from there you can go. You got safe switch-ins as soon as you click protect into Scarf Memo. So that's why.
You still have those though.
Yeah, but here you're trading health. I don't know. I guess it's
Because you
fine.
force down Ferrothorn, get your spin off eventually, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing he clicks spin here. I know.
Mhm.
Okay, this
Good
is a
play.
fucking sick play.
Good play. That's really good play.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that. Rockside and Thundy's big.
that's
nice.
like game winning pretty
Clean,
much.
clean.
That's GG.
You think it's just GG off the rip?
Well, there's some counterplay with Scarf Memo into this sort of team.
Scarf
but
Mammo can still win if they get their clicks right.
he has to be very careful though.
Keldeo.
See, the biggest
stands a
problem.
threat
Yeah, because
still.
now Jelly can come in pretty freely. Like everything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ferrothorn's
it's
in
no longer
Nightshade
to worry about
range.
it at all.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with that. Okay, here he just sacks the Exca.
No protect
I'm guessing he
anyway,
wasn't
so.
protect if he was Rock Slide then, I guess. Maybe Ironhead, Rapid Spin, last two moves.
I feel like you. He probably wasn't expecting Scarf. That makes sense.
I
That's
feel
the
like
only
you can
reason
just
he
sack
wouldn't-
Pharaoh. Maybe that's too risky, but like you don't really need hazards that much. I think Exca's handy just for pressuring all of Toad,
Excadrill
Thorn,
is still
and Tenta,
useful. Yeah,
or not
for
really
sure.
Tenta. Yeah.
Yeah,
But, oh well, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever.
it's not terrible, but I also think that having like hazards off of Lulu means you can pivot Jellison a lot more. Because like, with Thundy gone and Pharaoh in bad shape, like this thing, like what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. That's fair.
And like you have to, but at the same time, he has to be super careful with Jellison health because otherwise Mamo just straight up wins.
So here, just fishing for a switch with the Willow.
No reason not to with that Encore.
Yep.
You still have one more free turn.
With the taunt, yeah.
Now something guarantees dice. Polytoad goes down. Sand stays up.
Yeah, so Tenta's hindered. Can't be as threatening. Yeah, this is all pretty straightforward.
This is so tough, though,
It's
'cause
Mamo. Catches a crit.
even without that crit, right? It's so tough for it to pressure it with that protect.
Yeah, because
You always click protect specialist score there because you know with Scarf it outsped your Excadrill, so you just scout to see what Mammosign clicks. Yeah, it's obviously Twisker. So, but Mammosign goes down. CG just gives it up. I don't.
It was over.
Probably the right play. Like, what do you do at that point? Right?
Jelly
I know
just
Zam-
wins.
straight up, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, both, yeah.
Zam won. Yeah, for sure. Don't even need to click Focus Blast against that Pharaoh.
Yeah. So yeah, just a really good Rock Slide bring. I feel like a lot of players would fall into that trap.
Oh, for sure.
Rock Slide extra drill is not the most common.
Rock Slide's a lot less common on sand. Like you'll see it on weather. Like you can expect it on like weatherless or rain, but on
Makes
sand,
sense on
it's
this
rare,
team.
so.
It is Thundy week, as we were saying.
Just as Thundy weak as it is. I think that's a good lure.
Yeah.
When you're bringing 2 grounds that get smashed. So
Yeah. Well played.
good idea. Nice.
Okay.
game.
Here we go.
Oh, it's me.
Okay, run us through your team. Another Mamo?
Okay. Nothing too fancy, just torn Mammo. Yes, the third Mammo in the third game.
Is this one scuffed?
It is not scarfed. It is. Let me pull up the team real quick. I believe it's sub protect Tornadus, just to pressure offense really hard and catch those switches.
Is this the Finch team, or did you put your twist?
I mean, like, Finch was the one who popularized the style, but it is me, Bluebird, and Eden's own edits to it.
Yeah, sick.
Rossberry Ferrothorn lure that Rotom Washin to try and power whip it early in the game.
Yep.
And Never Melt Ice Mamoswine. Choppleberry could have been considered, but we have Latios to pseudo check it, and Never Melt Ice lets you kill it from a higher range.
Is that the main reason on the Never Melt Ice? Because I find myself these days going away from it even just liking lefties a bit more.
Never Melt Ice lets Mamoswine not instantly lose to Reuniclus, because with Never Melt Ice you're doing mid high 40s. Whereas without it, you're doing like high 30s. So you don't have to get like double flinches to threaten it. You can flinch it once, and then it has to recover several times. So that's the reason behind Never Melt Ice. Rain tends to struggle a lot with Reuniclus.
That does help.
Besides that, mostly standard teams: Scarf Latios, normal Tenna, normal Politoed, nothing fancy. And Calamity Greed brought standard Smurf.
Yeah, this seems pretty standard.
For those who may not know, Smurf is just the standard weatherless hyper offense team. It's going to be some sort of Sash or Yache stealth rocking chump, and then just 4 Pokemon with setup moves and attacking moves. Nothing too crazy. Just keep hitting.
It's a very old playstyle that was around like 2015.
Before that,
it's been around for a very long time.
I'm pretty sure it's since like 2010-ish.
Yeah. Well, point is, it's very old. I think within like the last year, it was like brought back by people like Finchinator, who made his own edits, and all of a sudden,
I think the Italians actually, not this last SPL, but the one before, were the one.
2020, I think.
Yeah, I think Ryza and the Raiders were the first ones to bring it back again. Just because seeing how Volt 6-0'd a lot of teams still does. Anyway, yeah, so there's lots of flexibility in the 6 you can do, which sort of means like you can bring it and not have your whole team given away, because Volt can have a number of items, D-Knight can have a number of sets, Sizzle a number of sets, Loom a number of sets. Like, it's very flexible.
You can tailor, because Volcarona is so good at picking its checks when it can run like Pasho, Lum, Bug Gem, Psychic Gem. It can lure in Pokemon for the other Pokemon on its team, like HP Ground to lure in Heatran for Dragonite. So, that's kind of the idea behind Smurf, and that's why it's still so pretty good. You can customize it to do really well into certain teams.
So I just saw you lead Politoed. Just what's your explanation there?
Just get not really too much of one. It's just gets the rain up, and as Garchomp sets Stealth Rock, it can 2-hit KO it. This Politoed does not have ice, but it's Fizz Def, so it's not really threatened back by Garchomp too much. So, and that early rain against Smurf is really important. And also nothing else really wants to lead into it, right? Like if it's Sash Chomp, Latios just dies. Ferrothorn can get Fire Blasted or something nasty. Mamoswine Mamoswine would also be alright, but Yache means that
They're getting rocks up anyway.
they're getting rocks up anyways. Yep. So Polito is just a safe lead. Even if they lead, another common lead into Rain is Breloom. So I have 2 flying types to check it really easily. When Rain's up, Tornadus just kills it. Latios just kills it.
Yeah, so we'll go on that
That's the
first turn. He does lead,
Breloom to counter lead the Rain,
which is smart.
which is a good move. Heads up. I go Latios, get the 5 roll, which is tough.
It's funny here if he was Grass Gem. You just lose your Lottie.
If he was Grass Gem, I'd just die. But since I saw no Life Orb and I saw no Grass Gem, I knew it was going to be Fighting Gem because I don't think any other item is used. So I can safely go Tornadus on the Mach Punch.
Which is, so keep your Lottie.
Keep my Lottie. It's still pretty useful in this matchup, and just click my Hurricane. Get big damage on the Dragonite as he just clicks E-Speed.
Read the E-Speed, yeah. He could have DD'd there, but...
Yeah, yeah.
That's just these HO matchups. You gotta make these plays.
You gotta make really aggressive Dragon Dances, Sword Stances on the switches as people try to save stuff.
Yeah.
So, I get my Ferrothorn clean in, get my rocks up as he goes Volcarona.
Just standard.
He's not losing his momentum. He gets to threaten another setup sweeper as I get my hazards. So I'm forced to go Latios as he clicks QD, and I have to trick it because any move it clicks, I can wall it. If it clicks Bug Buzz, then Tentacruel beats it in the 1v1. If it clicks anything else, it's a Rain team, so I can wall it, right? But he just clicks QD again, not expecting the trick.
Which I think is a misplay.
To keep my Latios as well. Yeah, that's certainly a misplay. Scarf Latios is pretty common on these kinds of teams, so you just got to click your.
I wonder if he was thinking if it was Scuffed Memo because of the popularity.
That's true. Your game happened before mine too, didn't it?
Yeah, I think these are in order of how they happened. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Balloon Starmie, which is the Finch one.
Gets to Starmie, which is good play. If he went for the spin, he could have gotten Dragonite potentially or Scizor, pretty safely. But he just goes for the Ice Beam, which gets alright damage on Pharaoh.
But you can see here he's immediately behind tempo with this team.
Mm-hmm.
The Fighting Gem's gone, nothing's dead. D-Knight's at half health.
Crippled. Yeah.
Volk's useless.
Volcarona's crippled. Mm-hmm.
No rocks up. Just no generating no offense at all.
Army's half HP. Can't check Rain anymore. Gets a spin now.
This whip's kind of good for you, I think.
Yeah, because I can try and get rocks up again. I don't want something stupid to happen like I get froze though.
Yeah, so here you're just trading spins.
Here I just recognize that he will. I should have clicked rocks again. That was a bit
risky
play. Yeah. Just because if I guarantee rocks here, then I win. But I get the read right anyways. Just whip him, and this game is Smurf with the rocks up is really. It's gonna struggle, so we can see that through in the rest of this match.
The gyro ball on this Pharaoh. What was the idea behind that? So are you no spikes? Or are you no knock?
I am no spikes.
Yeah. This is something I actually like.
Spikes on Rain can often be kind of gratuitous, in my opinion. And I think this team does a great enough job pressuring things like sand, and I don't need it. Like the checks to Torn Mammo are like generally like things like Rotom Wash, which don't care about spikes anyways.
Yeah.
So care more about hitting like Ferrothorn with the knockoff, checking things with Gyro Ball.
Is this attack invested, Pharaoh?
No, it is standard Ferrothorn, just with a Raspberry on it.
Oh, well, still the jar is going to be doing big damage to not letting things like Terrakion set up on you. Doing
Yeah, for sure. It's mainly for Terrakion, actually.
and
A Gyro Ball.
Ladi as well.
Yeah, Latios, so CM Latios can't set up. It's just good against the dragons, specifically.
Well, yeah, even D-Knight.
Latios is the big one, yeah. So I just...
There he catches your double? Yeah. So he catches you going Ladi.
Yeah, because I try to go Lati as he EQs, and get him a slightly better situation. He gets a good double, trying to keep himself in the game. Good play. I agree, or I guess I don't really agreed, but if he SD'd, he could have like maybe crit me down, I suppose.
I don't see why you don't SD there.
On the Latios, because he takes like 50 from Surf.
Yeah, but you lose otherwise anyway.
That's true. I think that's right. And then he could try to crit everything down.
Yeah.
So a bit of a short-sighted play from me. I get my free chip.
This is where you do what we call play for a choke.
Yeah.
So you're so far behind. You have offensive tools on your team. You just have to hope your opponent.
You have to hope that I mess up like I did there. I suppose.
And try and take advantage of any chances you get, really. Even if it risks you losing on the spot, since you're going to lose anyway.
I don't think there's really much to the rest of this game. It's just me checking everything with the appropriate thing and killing with rain moves.
So if he was SD'd here, and he was the normal gen... Well, I know he's Life Orb, but like that could have been...
It could have been
dead.
annoying.
Yeah, and that's... I don't think Torn dies. Maybe it does from half. It's more Toad, I guess.
It does die from half, yes.
So
that's for sure.
That's sort of where you can... How quickly...
If he had the correct set and he identified my greed, yes.
That's just how quickly these offensive teams, can pull back momentum.
Identify my mistakes and stuff like that. Or, opponent's mistakes. And, yeah, I mean, I just sack Latios here, and Torn kills everything, right?
Should do.
Yeah. The Hurricane.
See the Psychic.
Don't let it set up. Just go 10 and win.
You keep the Tenta here over...
Yeah, because Polytoad lives. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
Because Tenna is more reliable at beating Scizor. That's why I kept it around. Because, yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
I think it does matter, because if I sack Tenna Cruel, then Scizor could cheese.
Yeah, but don't you just go... Yeah, I guess. Okay. We got... I don't even know what to call this team.
These are some wild teams. These are some wild teams. Guess the rain is closer to standard. It's interesting. Excadrill over Ferrothorn has been seeing a little bit of an uptick with people like Dice really enjoying Excadrill and rain. Potentially double spin. It's a funky composition, and I don't remember the game.
Could be Scarf Drill.
It's weird to look at, and I think that's a good thing, because you're like, is it Scarf Drill? Is it Scarf Rachi? Who's the rocker? Who's the spinner?
That's the biggest advantage of these teams, I guess, is you can hide your sets and force your opponents into mistakes that they don't even know.
Pretty offensive. Yeah, the team's pretty offensive in nature. So like one wrong, really big read, and you might lose off the rip.
Yeah. And then Stable's team looks like some Frankenstein monster between HO and the Mag Sand team Finch used. I think it was last SPL again.
Yeah, the Milotic one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it. Latios, or Weavile is there to check Latios and Zam, which I could see being a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Just get them out of the way immediately.
With Magnazone drill, yeah, I think anyway, sub roost. D-Knight.
I think it just tries to take advantage of how good Milotic Celebi is as a defensive core. Just try to use that really, really hard, so that you can run like, funky stuff like Dragonite Weavile, which is unique. It's very unique.
Yeah.
I mean, not much. Pretty standard sets. Spadef Celebi, defensive Milotic, and some sort of Magnazone. Doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Leads Magnazone into the rain, which is
Magnazone.
pretty smart. It's Balloon as well, so it might be Sunny Day, Magnet Rise. Can trap a slow drill if he leads it for rocks.
Funny turn one here, though.
Oops.
Do you remember this?
Nah.
I was watching it the other day. It's a very, very funny turn one.
So we get...
Immediate Hydro Pump. It's gone.
Yeah.
Fucking fucker's dead. I think with Milotic Celebi, you don't really have a huge reason not to go to him.
Yeah, I feel like B is so free there. I can understand wanting to like generate some offense.
Just E-bolt the Politoed or get rid of that like rain off the bat, but you can so easily scout it, with when you have those double water resists.
Yeah, especially because this team is so obviously not standard. He's versing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also with Torn, Tailwind, you don't need a fast choice Scarfer like Glady, so that Scarf Toad can work.
That's true. I didn't even think about that one. That's a good point.
Goes D-Knight, Dragon Dances. Guess what? It's not Scarf. Must just be max speed Toad and the modest Magnazone.
Good Encore and double to force it out. Going Latios.
Guess the trick off. The
Triple
choice
Milotic
specs does 68. Smart double to Celebi. Here we see it's Nasty Plot.
I thought the Nasty Plot was so weird. I did not expect that one, and he stays and loses Politoed, which I thought was quizzical. When you have reason being actually, because Jirachi just checks it so well and forces a huge amount of damage.
As long as you have a U-turn.
And then like he has to figure out whether you're like going into or he has to read the U-turn versus Iron Head, and then like either try to like psychic the Tornadus or Earth Power the Jirachi, and that just gets really, really unfortunate.
Drill. I'm guessing a fat drill. It's definitely rocks now. Takes a hurricane.
That hurricane roll, some sort of fat.
Yeah. Guess the confusion, which always seems to happen.
God, I hope.
Yep.
Big
Hits itself.
Huge, massive confusion.
It is now dead. Weavile comes in.
Okay, the big Weavile.
Does
Oh my
93.
god.
She's born. 93 shows choice band goes Latios.
Oh, I remember this shit.
What?
Yeah.
Which I don't understand.
I don't think
I don't
anyone
think so.
understands this. Maybe he
Any
forgot
amount of extent.
still resists Dark in this gen? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't go Rachi. Or Excadrill.
Yeah, I guess that may.
New gen player?
I don't know.
Probably.
Anyway, So
Maybe
Even,
this
even
hack
regardless,
is a
I don't know why you wouldn't go
strategic
Latios.
But easier Gorex. Lati is not the win con.
yeah, just sacks it, gets it out of his life.
Your full health Jirachi?
Jirachi's in. Click sub. So
Sub? Okay.
either mixed
Sub.
or sub CM.
Oh,
It's likely
It's sub
It's
CM.
likely-
Does it have
it's
electric
usually sub
coverage?
CM on these Reigns teams.
Yo,
Spec Milotic showing its worth, breaking those subs in Reign.
Smart loaded.
Yeah, got
They
tricked.
got tricked earlier. Yeah.
Holy
So yeah, usually with sub CM we see Thunder on Rain pretty much always. And either ice, water, or in this case, as we find out, it's psychic. Which I don't know
Could also
how I
be
feel
steel.
about
Could be
psychic.
Flash Cannon too. I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big para.
Okay, what do you think
Oh.
about this?
That
Switching.
was a free sub there.
Corn on Celebi.
Yeah, nothing. Probably psychic.
It obviously shows no Flash Cannon or ice.
Yeah.
It's probably
I mean,
psychic
like-
thunder.
I think you fish. I don't know. Maybe that's
I
just me.
I don't think you hard
just
go
like
it on the
stick 'em up.
Celebi. Don't you go Excadrill?
Don't you just sub?
Yeah, you just sub and like sub CM.
Oh, I see what you mean with fish. I thought you meant fish as in like go Torn, and like hope that it like full paras. No, I see
No,
what you
no.
mean. I think you.
You get up to +6.
I feel like
Hit
you
it.
go Excadrill and just fish for the flinch para.
Well, anyway, he gets the nasty plot.
It's nasty
You get the
plot.
nasty plot, so it's good that
Rewarded
Torn
for-
isn't on this.
Rewarded for big brain play.
Hurricane's gonna
Hurricane?
2-hit
There's
KO.
a no confusion. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
huge.
This is Weavile getting another.
Okay,
Trap.
Weaver's gonna come in. The mix up. There's no mix up.
Quintus pursuit and kills.
Go Starmie.
Yeah.
Which is not the
Oh,
play.
beautiful.
Not the
Beautiful.
play. You know it's choice banded. You can go Excadrill.
So this is actually a big problem.
Exca or like Jirachi? I don't know.
So this game has been.
This player here probably is very.
I'll just say this is a big problem
Very new to
because
this
that's an
generation.
offensive Celebi. So that Ice Beam from a Life Orb Starmie is going to be doing like, I don't know, 60, 70.
Starmie just died for no reason. The Starmie also could have killed this Dragon Knight.
Yeah, exactly. So if this is Earth Power Celebi, it just should win.
I scared the Jirachi could have cushioned the hits so Starmie gets a free foot. Or... So Thunder.
This end
No
game
para.
is also wild.
So he gets the
the power
Para
there.
straight away.
Yes.
Alright, is he gonna step
Now
something
he
up?
starts fishing, which he could have done before. It is Earth Power.
Earth Power.
He switches to
Is he
D
gonna-
Knight.
Oh, D Knight.
He subs
Uh-oh.
again.
The question is, are you gonna see him? No, right?
Now he needs to get his
Oh. Oh,
And now we
Yeah,
see it
this is
sub D
huge.
Knight.
this is
He was
massive.
Demon
Yeah,
Knight.
it's like
WD.
This is massive. DD Roost Knight.
Yeah, it's DD Roost Knight, still only electric attacks. So he still has one more chance for a para here before the Roost.
And gets
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's 60%. Yeah, Psychic could just power through this Dragon Knight. Yeah, there's so much. Now you Psychic again, right?
Just keep with Psychic.
Yeah, keep Psychic.
Full paras.
Got a little greedy there, but doesn't matter.
He's trying to go into the Celebi with a sub intact, but I think you would try and just get a CM up so you can threaten it immediately.
Here's the thing, right? You just like, yeah, exactly. You just go with a boost so you don't immediately die to the Earth Power.
Yeah. Because now Nasty
Crazy.
Plot into Earth Power kills, so if this doesn't parry, he's in trouble. It does parry, though.
That is
So
fair.
he's still faster.
Okay,
he might live
Psychic
one.
stuff.
Click
Yeah.
Psychic gets a lot of damage down, and Jirachi dies. So
All right.
if you had that CM up, it's possible that Jirachi could have lived and
does
1v1 it. Excadrill comes in, it clicks Rapid Spin.
What?
That had to
Which
have been a misclick.
Misclick.
It must have been a misclick.
Oh.
So he clicks
Oh,
Earthquake.
that was our
Now that's
Multiple pairs.
Clicks
Earthquake again.
Oh,
Does not
darn.
hit the full para, and Giga
What?
Drain ends up
This guy
killing it. I don't know why you clicked Giga Drain there either, because
For sure.
Power certainly killed.
Yeah.
That's a funny match.
That was a game that definitely happened.
Who knows? Anyway.
This looks like a ladder game.
A lot of throwing back and forth.
Yeah, very strange. Here we go.
All right, now this looks legit.
This is week 2. So we got Stable versus Lulu this time. Yeah,
Looks like
Smurf
a
into
very
rain.
familiar matchup. Same ideas.
So yeah, the last one was...
6 months could have been. I wonder if it's the sample teams. Nah, surely not, right?
It's what we ran in the. It's what I ran for my match.
Yeah, it's
Torn Mammo
exact
versus
same
Smurf,
team.
exact same thing.
Doesn't everyone use it?
The Mammo
Torn Mammo or Smurf?
I mean
Right,
both.
both of these things.
Torn Mammo, it's a little less common.
You see a lot of the Thundy
Mammo
Mammo
Still a
now.
6, right? It's still
You'll know of the 6. It's just like it's lesser used, I guess, and Smurf is very common, obviously. So same things apply with the matchup. Just Garchomp Politoed.
So yeah, this
doesn't
time the Smurf leads Garchomp instead of Breloom.
Garchomp is the more common lead. Just to get those rocks immediately. Breloom is a good counter lead.
You get less tempo, but you do get your stealth rocks up, so Torn is pressured when it comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Carries the ice
Ice
beam.
Huge ice beam. Just lives it. Gets a fat outrage on the toe.
Gets a lot of damage on the Politoed. So this is an alright start for Smurf. Forces
Not bad.
out the Politoed with a Thread of Thunder. And Ferrothorn comes in pretty
Life Orb
Alright.
instead of Airborne.
prepared.
Okay, Volcarona set up water. Alright.
Volcarona comes in as the Ferrothorn tries to set up rocks.
Oh,
and he
Torn.
immediately goes Tornadus.
So
Is
he,
this Scarf?
so
Or-
he
no,
goes
it's not Scarf.
Torn. It's not Scarf. He goes Torn instead
goes
of
Torn
Laddie.
where I went Lottie. Torn. I think Torn dies to +1 Psychic, which
Right, that's
I
December.
don't remember the set.
After
If I
after
recall
rocks
correctly,
it
it's
does.
Psychic Gem, and you just can't know
Yeah.
it's Psychic Gem. That would
Even-
definitely kill.
Yeah. After
Um,
lefties it can live, I'm pretty sure, but it'd be a roll.
After lefties, it can live, yeah. So,
but it's
but
ice.
it reveals
Yeah,
it reveals HP Ice, which is a kill.
Yeah. So
Which is a kill.
crit didn't matter.
I
HPI.
don't think crit matters.
HP Ice is a bit of a matchup fish.
Yeah, it lets you deal with the Dragonite immediately. Lets you kill Garchomp without Bug Gem, which is pretty cool.
definitely more suited for the mirror match.
Yeah, for sure. It's suited for HO and HO, and if your Dragonite runs Earthquake to beat Heatran. So that's mostly it. So Down
Tentacruel,
one,
because he doesn't
right.
have psychic. He just cuties.
yeah, so it reveals no Psychics, and it can't threaten Tentacruel, and Tentacruel
No
can try
toxic.
and beat down. It's Scald is still a 3-hit KO, isn't it?
Looks like it.
Comes close, but it gets a crit.
It crits. A big
That wouldn't
crit.
have killed.
This is kind of.
That
What I believe Lulu's plan was to bring Volcarona down to around 5% and kill it with a Scald into an Ice Shard. And since
Unfortunately.
he's not too they're not too threatened by what's it called? Starmie coming in because of Ferrothorn. Scizor could potentially be problematic, but Politoed would be the sack, and Gyro Ball, not Gyro Ball. Latios in rain can still potentially kill. That's why Tentacruel is really good that's why it's important to keep it around to deal with that Scizor.
I really
That's all I have
like
to
the
say.
toxic play instead of the Scald.
Yeah, it potentially suggests that there was no toxic though.
Yeah, you'd have to think
Yeah,
so.
probably no toxic.
You'd have to. It could have been sub. Could have been
It was probably like sub protect
like
skull.
sub protect is pretty
Rapid
powerful.
spin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The Shah doesn't crit.
that's the way it is though. Ice Shard doesn't kill
Unfortunately,
with
it's
no
that.
crit. That's the game.
That's good.
So an unfortunate series of events for Lulu, but that's the way it is.
It's life.
Should have polymorph.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we
Alright,
go.
you got a Gara. The big Gara.
Okay, have you
Versus-
seen this game, Nate? Have you seen
No.
the replay? Okay, you're in for a treat.
What is
I
that
have.
team?
Yeah.
What is that team?
Why
I
is there a
saw this
Is
game
that
live.
Lottie screens?
Yeah,
I saw this game live.
Juan,
How'd I
1, 2,
know?
3, Juan bringing scrafty screens, which I can't say I've seen before.
it's very interesting.
It's probably just stealth
Holy
rocket
shit.
boom, attack, taunt, Azelf, screens,
Yeah,
Lottie,
just
everything else. Gem, Cloister, Dragon Dance, Scrafty. It's just some wild balls to the wall offense.
Some wild shit.
Yeah,
Would you like to introduce your team, Jake? Or
well, it's more known as your team, or your 6 at least. So I'll let you run through it, and then I'll just explain what I've done to ruin it.
I approve of the changes. Yes, this is my 6, Gyarados. Idea is that Gyarados is a really, really good wall breaker for Rain. It has the strongest physical attack on Rain, and it wall breaks Rotom and Ferrothorn really well for Starmie. So a bit offbeat, but it's the same idea as the other Mamoswine Rains, where all these big wall breakers are ganging up to ruin Rotom's day. Politoed, it's going to be another bulky one, just because the team needs it. Starmie is a good alternative to Tentacruel as a really offensive spinner. It also really appreciates Rotom and Ferrothorn being gone. And the team will need some sort of defensive security. So Scarf Mamo is a potential pick, but it's more commonly Scarf Latios. So what were the changes you made to it? I know you used Lum Rotom, right?
Lumpharo, yeah.
Yeah, Lumpharo. Lumpharo for Rotom. Bait in that Will-O-Wisp and Power Whip it.
Yeah, just
Anything
another
else?
Rotom lure, as well as the other things we talked about before. Just get the paste up. So yeah, I had Ice Beam on Toad instead of Toxic. Just prefer it especially because I know Juan is HO. He usually
good
uses
tech for the
more
player.
offensive
That's a good
teams.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And yeah, I wasn't expecting the game to go very long. The Starmie's still the gem set. Still Scarf, Lottie, still Chople, Mamo. The Gyarados I've made into Rock Gem.
Oh, yeah.
Rock Gem, Stone
Right.
Edge, Earthquake. This
It
was
used to be natural gift grass, right?
My variation had Natural Gift Lychee Berry, yes, to make it a
Yeah.
grass move. Which is a pretty uncommon tech, but
I remember this
There-
into Gen 8. Right?
you say Gen 8?
Yeah, Gara, power whipping the world.
Yeah, Power Whip.
Oh, that's
Gyarados.
right, yeah.
Gen 8 players will get it, you're right. Gyarados has a lot of other ways to bait its checks, though, like Dragon Gem Outrage, which is pretty wild. Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea behind Rock Gem is Natural Gift, while is a strong lure, only works one time. So if you miss your chance, you're sort of ended up walled by stuff like Jellicent and Rotom still. Especially if your bounce for Jelly can just recover as you go up into the air.
Especially Rotom.
Yeah,
Too,
Rotom
yeah.
as well, yeah. So, yeah, Rock Gem's still spammable, even if you blow the gem on something else. You just need a bit more chip. I think some of the calcs were it kills Lottie after rocks. Or 2 sets of rocks. The same thing for Rotom and Jelly. So, you sort of trade the guarantee of natural gift for something more spammable, but also less accurate.
Safer.
Yeah.
More consistent.
And then, yeah, Earthquake, just doing edgequake coverage. Doesn't matter too much, but I like it better versus Pharaoh, so you don't have to use bounce. Just less abusable. Like, yeah, that's the main reason.
The 6 is definitely a bit customizable. So let's get into the game. We spent a lot of time on the intro. Don't want to keep whatever watchers we have waiting. You just wanted to go for the tie on Azelf?
Pretty much. My thought here was blow it up with Hydro Pump, get it to the sash, and then if he clicks rocks, I can spin the next turn. I miss.
You just want to go for the 50? Yeah. You missed. That sucks.
I miss Pump.
Screens.
Get to keep Gem though, which matters later. So yeah, he goes straight screens,
Right.
which means now I can't 2-hit KO him. I go Lottie.
You would have got analytic.
Yeah, I go Lottie and instantly trick.
For the whatever comes in, right?
Yeah, so here it was if he goes hard to something else, I'll be able to trick it. Or making the Azelf trick later in the game would be very helpful in terms of giving me setup with like stuff like Gyarados or just pressure. Yeah, it just makes Azelf abusable now, which helps a ton.
Because it's not dead yet, so you could just, instead of killing it when it comes back in, you stay capitalize on it.
Yeah, so here I
Means he
go.
also has to switch out a Lottie. Yeah.
Here I go Toad, get the Scrufty. The idea from Toad is as Protect, has Encore, stops anything setting up. And I'm just, at this point, my mind's like, I need to waste screen turns. So, yeah, I just scold the Scrufty expecting a setup. He's bulk up, so I'm now faster, which is free Encore.
It could mean it's Shed Skin, right? I don't think it's revealed.
Yeah, so no Intimidate. It's either Shed Skin or Moxie.
If it's bulk up, it's probably Shed Skin.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of precedent for that kind of Pokemon.
No, there's not. So yeah, I Encore. He goes Starmie. I can just Protect because Starmie has no setup moves.
It's a pretty tough situation for Juan because he needs to get something done while the screens are up. Otherwise, he hasn't gotten much done, and his Azelf is permanently crippled.
This is maybe the biggest issue with his team. Nothing sets up on Toad.
Oh,
Yeah. Because Scrafty's slow.
nothing is taunt, right? Yeah.
Toad doesn't have Taunt as Encore.
No, he's talking about his mons.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. If it's like Haxorus, you taunt the Toad. Kind of
So the
Yeah,
Latias, yeah, Dragon Pulses. I just Ice Beam. I get another burn, which is nice. Good chip.
Screens are gone.
I just stay in, keep Encoring in
We're
case he
staying
wants to
together.
Calm Mind or sub, or refresh, whatever. Screen's gone yet. Pharaoh's pretty safe here. I just knock because I know the Volk's coming, and once I knock, I can get an idea of its set. So I see it's Lumberry. Lumberry doesn't give me too much of an idea, but at least I know it's not like a gem, or it's going to be like lefties with like Roost and shit. Gara's pretty safe into Volt.
Gira is one of the best checks to Volcarona in black and white. So, if he chooses to QD, it cannot kill.
Yep. So I Waterfall does half to Starmie, which is baller. go Toad, just because I want to save Pharaoh. And then, again, I don't want him to double and getting up free setup. Reveals Grass Knot
Knot,
as I protect again.
You don't see that.
It's a weird turn to Grass Knot. It makes sense though with the team.
Do you think so?
You really want that Toad gone, right?
Oh, just to try and beat down Toad.
Yeah.
You don't want Thunder. You don't think Thunder is more important?
Well, I guess it's
maybe
also for Gastro.
It's Gastro, I guess. Why not 8
No, like the reason why the Starmie clicked Grass Knot in this situation.
On that turn, yeah, I don't know. I guess he didn't expect me to click Protect.
Might not have Thunder.
Yeah.
If it had Thunder, it would be clicked though.
No Thunder would be interesting into Gara, but we'll see.
It's the crit analytic and drops Pharaoh from half.
Okay, so yeah. So Pharaoh drops, I'm like, shit. I go Starmie because I'm like, fuck it, 50-50 time. Plus, if he didn't have Thunder...
He probably does not have Thunder because he would have clicked it into Polytoad. So it's
Also,
a somewhat safe bet.
What if it's a bulky Lottie, right? These kind of keys, Lottie might have some support moves.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible.
Probably screens.
Or be like Calm Mind Recover or something, right?
But yeah, he goes Latias here on the Starmie, catches the Thunder. With the burn, it's going to do enough to kill with Ice Beam for sure. Yep, dies. So that's one down. As Elf comes out, this is a free spin. I go Toad, I'm pretty
You
sure.
weren't afraid of Boom?
What's that, sorry?
You weren't afraid of Boom?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
What does the Boom do, right?
If
Kill
he
Starmie.
if he booms,
You don't get rocked off. I think it's a reasonable bet because it's probably Taunt Last, but we don't know. Could be Boom.
yeah, we really don't know.
What if it's
And
Memento?
Boom would off Starmie.
Well, we know it's Light Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, no
Okay.
stash. Who knows?
It could be like Memento, just to get it out.
Does Ace Elf learn Memento?
Nah, only Uxie.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah,
let's
no,
see.
only
No.
Uxie.
Oh,
Uxie.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't learn Memento.
again, same reason as
Oh, it could be
before. Same reason as before. I get Toad in because it has Encore to stop setup.
Burn more screen turns.
Burn more screen turns, exactly.
And there goes Shed Skin. Yep.
Yeah. So just gold again, same game plan as before. He drain punches this time. I get another burn, which is lucky.
Oh, Shed Skin's it's fine.
Encore into the draft. The drain punch. Go Lottie. I want to keep Gara health. He goes Starmie. I tank Ice Beam. Kill it. He crunches here. I don't
Doesn't kill.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest.
I
Maybe
think
like
that play
a-
was kind of whack. I don't think you lose anything by going to Polytoad.
Maybe you
'Cause,
expected a bulk up.
Still can't set up. But
Yeah,
if it's a bulk up, you could go Polytoad.
Right?
Like Starmie might get you a kill, but it's too risky. I feel, especially if you miss the
Yeah.
Hydra.
Yeah, that was probably a bad play, but oh well.
I didn't expect better coverage.
Here we
What?
get the gem. The gem
Yeah,
Hydro
M
Pump.
Hydro hits in a rain does
Only
Big
76.
Only 76.
76.
only 76. Only 76.
So now we got
Measly
Gara in.
76.
Click your DD. Is this where the Rock Gem comes in?
Yeah, so this is where a waterfall
Oh.
into Stone Edge, Rock Gem.
Got
See you later.
Nice.
As Elf comes out. Again, this
Hey.
is in case he boomed, I go Memo. Here, I double again, not wanting him to set up under the Reflect.
Has no reason to stay in.
Click Surf. Double back to Gara, because now I get to DD.
I like that gear play. I like that gear play a lot.
And yeah, click
Yeah, now
DD.
Scrafty's dead, right? Something's gonna take a hit.
Scrafty dies for sure.
A Volk comes in.
He goes Volk, gets the burn, Flame Body.
Get them, bro.
I think he's trying to get his Scarf Reflect up for Scrafty. The Scrafty endgame.
Here I click
Uh,
Scrafty gamer.
DD. So I'm at neutral.
Yeah, no.
Here I'm at
It's like go to 6.
plus. Well, behind reflect, I'm like -1. But it's enough in rain to hit KO. This was sort of mind games a little, but I don't know. I win anyway because Luddy. I don't think.
You can encore it in the end game and win.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
GG.
the game. That was a wild ride.
Interesting one.
All right, 2 more to go.
Marathon.
These are some very, very standard teams, but they're good teams. They're good picks.
Yeah.
To pivot spam Terrakion, you've got the Volt Turn core to try and get choice banned usually, but sometimes a gem or life orb set. Try to get that shit in as much as possible. It'll be like Scarf Landot, right?
I believe so.
Scarf Landot, either dual Hazards Ferrothorn or Rocks Tyranitar. And
Well,
either
it doesn't have to be Scarflando. It can still just be Roxlando.
yeah, it can still just be a Rocks Landers Therian and make the Latios Scarf. So there's a bit of wiggle room in the sets too. I've seen some different stuff.
Yeah, you could run
But
even
the
like a
core
Gem
idea is the
Lando.
same. Yeah, just get Terrakion in as much as you can, and just keep clicking buttons. And you have the Tyranitar to support it against those Psychics.
Yep.
CG12's team is a same idea, pretty standard size spam. I don't know if there's much to say. For those unacquainted with black and white, they're just trying to set up max hazards on both sides because the triple psychics don't care about spikes at all.
Yeah, triple psychic's generally going to be Oh, it's sometimes Specs Lottie. It's usually not Scarf though.
Specs Lottie, Colbur Lottie, Dragon Gem Lottie.
Yeah, you want a breaking Lottie.
Yeah. Some sort of like it's gonna either have Calm Mind or be Specs.
And
No revenge killing. Alakazam is your revenge killer with Sash.
Yep.
You have Reuniclus, very, very good against Rain. It's a great Scald switch in, and it secures a lot of end games when the Psychics break down their checks.
good backup check to a lot of stuff as well.
T-Tar Sand really makes the Psychics even harder to check, and the Psychics obviously don't care. And Landers and Ferrothorn set the hazards and the conditions where the Psychics
So you can
will.
switch into some shit as well.
Yeah, pretty standard teams. So that's all there is to say.
We get a Rotom into Reuni. Reuni lead is very strange to me. What do you think?
I thought it was interesting. It threatens Landot lead, and it threatens all 3 of the like easy leads like Rotom, Landot, and Pharaoh. You think it's bad?
Not bad, but you don't want. To me, you want to bring in your Psychics once you got some hazards up, so T-Tar can't come in as freely.
Yeah, especially because he stays in here.
Yeah.
What does he click?
So
Tries to focus blast.
So he's trying to catch the T-Tar, which
Yeah, he's eating chip on that, and now Reuniclus
Oh,
is half.
that's huge. That's
He brings
huge.
in his,
So he
brings in his T-Par early.
forces the recover,
Yeah.
then brings in the T-Tar. Very smart sequencing.
So rocks.
Just
No
clicks
pressure.
crunch, not letting any mind games happen, and
How much
safe plays
attack
made.
does that T-Tar have?
That's probably just a standard like Spit F-Tar.
Yeah, it seems about normal.
Seems normal. Yeah.
So yeah, Pharaoh's getting pressured. Avoids the Pharaoh on Pharaoh, where you just get all hazards up.
Reuniclus is just going.
Yeah,
It's,
really
it hasn't
he's
come-
putting in work.
Wait, hover
This is a
over
smart
the
double.
Reuniclus. It hasn't showed item yet, right?
Yeah, it's just Life Orb.
Yeah, so it's very likely a Life Orb attacking set. Could be either Calm Mind or even Thunderlast. That's a
Or
season
Trick
City.
Room?
Nah,
Trick
not
Room?
this.
Not with recovery.
Not this?
Not with recovery.
That would recover, right? Because you're at 3
I
moves.
see it on HO. That'd be fun. Maybe we should do that.
You can also
Maybe I'll
do
drink.
Ice over Thunder.
You could do Ice over Thunder. Yes.
Ice over Thunder, yeah. Or Ice and Thunder.
Yeah,
You
not
hit those-
usually on
those
3
spurts.
attack.
Not the most common thing, yeah. But does that reveal the kind of Terrakion? Is that band damage? I don't think it is.
Let me check.
It might be gem.
Reveals we got a Scarf Lando, which isn't normal on Triple Psychic.
Yeah, Scarf Landot on Triple Psychic is a little weird. Normally you want your Landot to reliably set rocks, because Ferrothorn's really bad at doing it. It doesn't do it on sand as well. Because it lets in all sorts of nasty things like Ferrothorn. Or not Ferrothorn, like Volcarona. Gets taunted very easily as well when you really want those rocks.
Yeah, that's guaranteed choice band damage.
That's choice band damage? Okay.
Yeah.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
The superpower on the Scarf Lando.
Okay. Big
Keeps his
superpower.
Rotom alive just barely and gets in
Another
his own
superpower?
Landot.
Free rocks if it's lefty.
Rocks are up.
That's a free rock.
Rocks are up, so he can just get his
Oh,
kill.
never mind.
Get his
His
kill,
kill.
get his U-turn.
So this is
And he
thi-
reveals sub. Which
this is
Oh.
this is very interesting because it's dual
I didn't
hazard
watch-
Pharaoh, so it frees up a offensive Lando set, which is really nice.
That's really cool. You don't see that. You don't see sub Landot ever. Do you think that's... I know sub Landot is a Switch thing. Do you think that's a tech that they carried over?
Might be. I've only seen it from Shocker before. Use with sometimes with Gravity or Smackdown.
Smackdown.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
yeah. It works well with the Terrakion. Sort of, they help break each other for each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, Scum can be a big problem with a team like this.
Yeah, but I imagine that is like Smackdown Landot, you think?
Yeah, it'd have to be. Maybe Smackdown. I don't know what the last move would be. Either
Ice.
could be Swords Dance, could be HP Ice.
I think it'd be Ice. Either. Yeah, I guess it could be anything. That's a good point. Could be
Oh.
SD. Just gives up his...
That's one round of
Alright.
sand chip.
Sacks for the
Sand chip?
trap.
Another 6. Yeah, and Tyranitar gets guaranteed kill.
But it's also half health now.
It's the idea of triple psychic, wear down T-Tar, because T-Tar is the only super reliable check to these psychics.
This is the really big problem. Also, bringing Rooney's here is weird. I guess he had to.
It's weird.
Well, Life Orb Reuni kills. Right.
Yeah, but the main problem here is CG didn't get any hazards up. So
Yeah.
this
What
T-Tar's
comes in?
a lot more healthy than it should be.
Yeah. This T-Tar could be like 20%, possibly.
Oh, that's bad damage.
Doesn't kill.
It doesn't even
would-
even kill with Life
Would
Orb.
kill after a Stealth Rock's turn.
Oh, the pursuit.
Shows how important it is. Alakazam comes in, but kind of on it to make all the kills with Landot dead.
Yeah,
Zach's Landot can get the trap on Latios.
Zam could win
You think
here.
that? Think that's a scarf set, considering it's sub? Probably has to be, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
I guess we'll never know after that Miss Draco. But it's looking really, really tough
Oh,
Okay,
for
the crunch is breaking sub.
I don't think it's possible for CG to win, actually. Is it?
could
Oh
be.
no, it might be. No, it could be. No, it
could be.
You're right. Because Sash is up and it's HP Ice, so it's getting that Oko
It'd
on.
need a
this
crit
turn
right
can
now.
have quick attack.
So
Alright, here's the moment of truth.
Choice Band Tyranitar brings it down to Sash, or Choice Band Terrakion brings it down to Sash.
Oh!
He sacks the Terrakion. Now it finishes off the game with quick attack. Yep, there it is. Close game.
So yeah, you could see how easy
That's
Zam
so
could
close.
win that game. Just needed a bit better long-term planning, I'd say. Like,
One more setup,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Like played well with the Reuni early. Got a lot of damage.
There's a lot of upfront
Yeah.
damage, but you had to try and get your...
There was a lot of tempo play going on, but unfortunately, there are not enough hazards to pressure these threats that Zam could have killed off. Right?
Landot's just so much more reliable at getting rocks on sand than Ferrothorn, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it just comes on anything, and they have to run
It's
away.
fast, it's faster, pivots in easier.
Way
All that
faster.
shit.
Does damage too.
Yeah, it also does damage. That's important.
Okay,
Alright,
last
this-
game.
Finally, last game. Oh, is this me? Oh shit, it is
This
me.
is.
Oh, it is. It's Manu.
This is against Darktar. My prep assume I have watched him play before, and he really likes to bring like fat sand. He has his iconic build with Zatu, Gastrodon,
It's not too big.
but also he just enjoys things like Gliscor sand. So I was really lazy and brought just a standard 6 rain team, the rain team that you'll see everywhere. But I made some tweaks to it just to. I was pretty confident he wouldn't bring rain. Either probably sand, and if not that, then some sort of like HO, like Smurf maybe, or just something else.
Yeah.
So it is a sub 3 attacks Keldeo to really take advantage of that matchup. Since I have dual toxic, it adds up a lot of damage on things like Jellicent and Rotom. Everything else is pretty normal though. Just 4 attacks. Thunder Snarian. 4 attacks. Thunder Snarian lets you beat things like Gastrodon really easily. Standard Tentacruel, standard Politoed, standard Ferrothorn, I think. And Scarf Latios. So it's mainly just all on the Keldeo set. Everything else, nothing crazy. And he brings another Psy Spam team. But seeing Rotom Wash on it is a little different. Normally you'll see Gastrodon there.
This is like a Peng thing.
Kind of Peng, yeah. Maybe. Voyager, his teammate, and was the one who built this team.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So it tries to be a little bit more aggressive, less backbone against that sand or against rain, but Rotom is a much bigger threat into those teams, and it's pretty easy to pressure Ferrothorn with spikes. So, yeah, just chose offense over sustainability.
Lead's probably gonna be.
Lead.
You're probably gonna lead
Thunderstarian
Pharaoh.
on my side.
Oh,
Thunderstarian leads well into everything decently because just I would gladly trade it just to guarantee rain by chipping Tyranitar really hard.
not scared of the Latias trick turn 1.
If he leads Latios and decides to trick, that's fine. I'll just go Ferrothorn.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any spins, so I can still get my hazards pretty easily.
That way you have to speak control advantage. Right?
The main issue is Rotom lead, which is what I think he does. Yeah, exactly. I have speed control too. My own Latios can do pretty well. So I lead Thunders, and he does lead the Rotom, which is a good play. But I decide to trade Thunder for Hydro Pump.
He Hydro Pumps because he doesn't want a free sub.
Yeah. Hydra's a good move because I can't really threaten to kill it. The only thing
Predicting
he might fear
Lati catches it.
So,
Nice play.
we both play it safe. He goes Latios as I go Ferrothorn. He CMs on my full HP Ferrothorn, which I don't agree with, and you'll see why.
This is a pretty
I
free scum.
I knock assuming Gliscor will come in, but Skarmory could have also come in, and I would have been okay with taking out that Rocky Helmet.
You go scum, you just trade hazards. It's just what you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a better play for him. But he Calm Minds twice as I click Gyro Ball. And that crit was unfortunate because he could have gotten something done with his Latios. He could have chipped my Ferrothorn really hard. I'm Chopple, by the way.
Especially if
it did matter because it can eat like a fighting move from Alakazam, that Focus Blast.
Yeah. Now you chip this thing, right?
I don't remember what I do, but
Or hazard.
it's still a weird move letting your Latio, even if like you don't know the Ferrothorn set. If I T-Wave or Gyro Ball, your Latios is ruined. That's why I don't like to play. But anyways, go on.
Doubles to
So
Rotom.
doubles out of Alakazam. I stay in, try to break Alakazam's sash because he doesn't know I have Chople. So that's why he
just
made the
in case.
double.
You're also full
not a
health
bad-
anyway.
Yeah.
The trade-off is so huge, right? Getting the Zam Sash out of the way.
Yeah,
It's
getting
really
Zam Sash is gigantic for my Latios
And
and
Thundy.
Thunderous too. That's really nice for Thunderous. Keldeo is a big one too.
Yeah.
Because if I can kill off Zam, then obviously Keldeo kills everything. But I really want this Rotom dead, so here I make a really aggressive play. Deny his Rotom HP.
It's fairly
Even
safe.
Even if he Hydro Pumps, I'm fine keeping it at like 20%. That was the reason I made that play.
You still live a Hydro Pump, don't you?
No, I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck. It does like
Oh,
50,
yeah.
Something percent.
it does like 50 to 56 or something.
Yeah, okay.
But
But, like, Hydro Pumping here...
these plays aren't bad by
Yeah.
Darktar. He's playing it pretty conservatively after that Latios play, trying to keep his, and he's still got HP on that Rotom, so it can come back in and check Keldeo maybe one more time.
Alright, here.
Thunder.
I just click Thunder trying to get rid of it, and
Yeah,
I'm willing
what's
to
the
let
move
this.
here?
I'm willing to let Thunderous go to just click buttons, so I just Grass Knot.
Just
Chain that.
the main thing here is you're keeping momentum. Like, you're up. You're already up 6 months to 5. Keep the pressure
Maybe-
on. Because you got a quite offensive version of this team as well.
Yeah, I'm not letting Thunderous. The main issue would be letting Thunderous die to Pursuit. I get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
So I just click Grass Knot twice. I mean, like, even if I die to Rock Slide here, I live Pursuit because it's very weak. Tyranitar. But even if you clicked Rock Slide, I'm fine taking that 36% because it means that Politoed wins the Weather War. So, but I get to preserve my Thunder Therian, and Politoed gets Rain Up uncontested for the rest of the game.
And
can
it's
check
just
out.
huge because it just absorbs the bull switch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
a big part of playing Sand is that the opponent can't bring a Rain, or they can't have their Rain Up. So this is pretty big for me.
It's just denying rain. That's the biggest sin.
Yeah. That was a good Rotom play. That was really good. I like that a lot.
doubling it in on the Toad. I guess he had to.
Yeah.
There was nothing really else he could go to because you want to save your
I went
sash.
Parathorn trying to get it in on the Alakazam with my Choppleberry. I could break sash. So it was a good mid-ground play. I like that a lot. But
Yeah,
at this point, he's really far behind. He doesn't have his big offensive tool in Latios.
You have your win con just set up, and he doesn't. So.
Whirlwind without hazards is a little weird to me, but he got the Parathorn roll and can get his.
Even if you make just the safest moves, you still have enough advantage to fall back on.
Exactly. I'm so far ahead that I can just make every play as safe as I need to, and I
everything possible.
just have numbers. Yeah. Like I can just click what's in front of me, and I don't have to
No,
think too far ahead.
yeah, no need to
And
predict.
just the variance side of me.
Here, he does actually a good job keeping his Gliscor at a high enough health to live. And if he had Ice Fang, I'd be dead. But it's not even toxic. It's knockoff. So Thunderous claims another kill. And at this point, it's kind of over. I bring in Scarf Latios, and it's going to win with Surf. So that's a game.
Yeah, Scum doesn't wall Ladi in rain.
Another reason why Scarf kind of sus.
I guess Scarf's a bad Pokemon. Yeah, just don't let his Rotom heal. Same idea. Just bring in Latios. Click my Dragon move. That's game.
Yeah, even Signal Beam doesn't kill.
I still had that healthy Politoed.
Yeah.
I would have had to get crit or something.
It's
bad.
Bidef Toad,
Still wasn't
right?
impossible in the end. It is a mixed bulk Toad, so I can still take it.
Alright, well that's that.
That's all.
Might do more, might not, we'll see.
I'd be down to do it more if the people enjoyed watching it. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
With you, so down to do it some more.